All right. Very good evening, Maestra María Martina Garcia Bandera. Here is Francisco Mateo once again, completing this final exercise about driving habits here in my country, Dominican Republic. The content, it has an introduction, some main objectives. I'm going to be talking about some causes of accidents connected to their driving habits, and how do we prevent street accidents. Drivers must be more prudent. People don't respect traffic lights. A little bit of history and traffic in Gateway, and also a conclusion. Introduction. Well, in this work about driving habits and accidents related to them, I pretend to somehow mention some of the possible causes behind habits and driving. In addition, present with simple examples in my comments so that this work can raise awareness about the issue here presented. One question is necessary to kind of understand how behavioral aspects closely relates with the number of accidents we normally see on the streets. Is this number of road accidents for which an individual has been responsible related to risky driving behavior? If so, which are the relevant risky driving behaviors? Now, the role of responsibility in risk research remains unclear despite a plethora of related research. Much has been written and investigated so that scientists can give answers regarding these bad driving habits that also reflect how Dominicans behave when driving, although a great deal of research has considered the problem a traffic like a psychology problem. Having said so, bad driving habits do not happen only here in Dominican Republic, as seen in the previous comment. Those comments serve to pay attention to areas we are to reinforce as individuals on the way of finding solutions to this social issue. Well, brainstorming. I started my work with a brainstorming. Here are some factors: street accident, street lights, causes, impact, speed, opinions, situational consciousness, road education, prudence, respect, street conditions, signals, rushing drivers, rules, alcohol and drugs, traffic laws, vehicles conditions, and traffic jams. Main objectives. Well, my main objectives, or some of my main objectives here, is to raise awareness regarding the impact of car and motorcycle accidents in the society, as well as in people's individual economy. Another objective is to bring up in perspective that accidents happen more often than what we think of, and also show with evidence from individuals' opinions that the conception of accident is closely related to factors well known by the population. We know what are the factors of accident. Well, and what is the main cause, or what is one of the causes of the main accidents? All around the world, there are many accidents as a result of the lack of road education. Yes. Another cause, drivers combined with alcohol and illegal substances closely linked to the ignoring street signals, recklessly drive around cities and places. That can be another cause. In some cases, the climate condition can play its role since it's very changeable here in the Dominican Republic. And we know that in such conditions, when raining, when change of weather, it requires skillful drivers, and skillful drivers is what we really don't have. Drive slow and enjoy the scenery. Drive fast and join it. It's a proverb I took from the internet regarding the traffic and accidents. The slower we drive, we can enjoy while driving. We can look around. We have more time to reflect on what we are doing, so we can be more careful. Most of the time, people are the major cause of accidents due to the fact that we do not respect the rules. I include myself. Sometimes we don't respect the rules. One example, in Dominican Republic, it is easy to find drivers behind the wheel under the effect of prohibited drinks. We know that this behavior is not appropriate, which normally has catastrophic outcomes. How do we prevent street accidents? Well, first of all, it is important to note that this question suggests a comprehensive approach that combines law enforcement and public education, understanding that the laws are introduced. However, the regime of consequence is very weak. That is one problem. Yes, the regime of consequence toward bad driving, bad behavioral aspect is very weak. Drivers must be more prudent. Yes, many drivers don't follow driving rules when driving on the streets. We can see many accidents that are caused unconsciously and consciously. This is bad, responsibly or irresponsibly. Some have happened in tragic way, leaving dead people behind and others with serious injuries. People don't respect traffic lights. Concentration is one of the most important things that we have to take into account. Concentration, I want to say that traffic jams. When you are in the street, we need to respect the lights. We need to use our safety belt and drive prudently, be prudent with others. We have to be careful not to exceed the traffic lights, not to violate the traffic signal. We have to be careful to exceed the traffic lights. Many accidents occur from crossing the red light. The majority of people who don't respect traffic lights don't have driver's license. And in many places, they have their phone while driving. They also tend to drink alcohol and consume drugs while doing so. So that can be a very strong cause for accidents. Now, a little history. I included a little history of the traffic light. The first system of traffic signals, which was a semaphore traffic signal, was installed as a way to replace police officer control of vehicular traffic outside the House of the Parliament in London on December 1868. This system, oops, oh wait, okay, my computer is frozen. Okay, this system exploded on January 2nd, 1869, and was thus taken down. But this early traffic signal led to other parts of the world implementing similar traffic signal system. In the first 2 decades of the 20th century, semaphore traffic signals, like the one in London, were used all over the United States. These traffic signals, controlled by a traffic officer, would change the command on the signal to direct traffic. So, for long ago, the traffic lights, traffic signals have been implemented. Now, but we haven't matured enough so that we can respect. Why? One reason is they are not taught in schools. A law must be passed in which traffic rules, traffic laws are studied and put in practice since very young, since a very young age, so that when we grow up, we are like more conscious about what's behind our behavioral aspects and driving and our bad habits. Important. The traffic, anyway, this is my example of traffic. My experience in this town is a way to talk about a serious problem. La Altagracia has many hotels by its coast, as you know. A great percentage of the employees commute using public transportation provided or given by every hotel. The thing is that the transport, well known as guaguas amarillas, has been the center of attention. Hence, the many times death casualties have been reported due to bad, reckless driving of the guaguas amarillas drivers. Throughout the years, the reason has been the same. Drivers do not respect the traffic laws, and the authorities seem to close their eyes. As a consequence, not only horror is a thing of every day, but many families suffer due to lack of preventive measures. Here is another quote. A value lesson that traffic signal teaches us. Every problem is like a red signal. We don't want to go just over the problem. If you wait for some time, it will turn green. So the problem will go away and we'll have the chance to go through without being mistreated by that problem. Another aspect, rush hours, tailgating, and road conditions significantly interfere in the amount of car accidents and injuries caused by the match of irrespectful drivers, including motorcyclists. Yes, a combination of motorcyclists, tailgating, speeding, rush hours, and street conditions. Oh my God. It is like a sample of a cultivating environment for traffic, for bad traffic resulting in car accidents due to bad habits. Well, while factors like these ones suppose a serious threat to safety on the roads, add to it the mechanical conditions of the vehicles involved in the practice. It absolutely will have a negative impact in the expected need of living in a developing country. It is like the combinations of all the factors that we very well know. They are like the perfect combination for us not to reach, not to have this desired developed country everyone would like to live in. In conclusion, driving safely is important for every citizen. It doesn't matter. Whoever drives any type of vehicles should follow traffic rules and be careful on the road. Accidents can happen if drivers are not responsible. We can make roads safer by teaching people to drive well, by raising awareness, especially young people and women. Women don't know how to drive. I'm sorry for my comment, teacher, but women don't know how to drive. Of course, enforcing traffic laws. To make our roads safer, everyone needs to drive carefully and follow the rules. This includes obeying traffic lights, being aware of other drivers, and staying focused on the road. By working together, we can reduce accidents and keep our communities safer. This is my presentation, teacher, my final presentation. I hope you like it. Teacher, it has been a quite great pleasure for me to be your student. I appreciate your comments, teacher. Here is my answer to your comments. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you and your family. See you later, teacher.